All right. Hey, welcome everybody to another Monday night Rookie Roundtable call. This is the second call from our 2-year anniversary. Last week we had an awesome call. So thank you guys all for being here and taking the time out tonight to spend it with us here with the legends. I know tomorrow is Halloween and a lot of people are getting ready for that already. So again, appreciate you guys being here. For anybody that is brand new, this is a call that we've been doing about real estate for 2 years and a week now. And this call really started from a passion of my a calling to teach real estate, to share with the world and to people that there is a different way and that real estate can be much easier as long as we have the right information, we are around the right people. So we have different topics on these Monday night calls. Sometimes I'll bring really great guests on here to share, whether it's multifamily, AI, podcasting, all sorts of things that are just, it's designed to provide value only, right, outwards to everybody. And one of the things that we do on here is we do networking. So we break you guys out to a room where you can network with each other. So many great stories have come from people meeting each other in these rooms. So we want to keep that as the main focus moving forward on these Monday night calls, right? But I will share a little bit, to start these calls as we wait for people to hop in. Yeah, and I'm really grateful for you guys for being on time too. Being on time is such a lost art these days. So I appreciate that. Okay. So today's topic is going to be networking. We're going to talk about networking, and then we're actually going to give you guys more time to break out into rooms. And then when you guys come back, you guys will share, who did you meet? What were some highlights from your breakout room? So we'll do that a little bit more today. I've gotten lots of requests from people that they want more breakout rooms, more meeting new people. So this call will kind of start moving in that direction too. Networking. I do want to share something right now that the power of networking for me. And as I share this, I hope that you guys are listening from a place like, where can I go and do more of this? Where can I take some of the strategies that Alex has been using to move myself forward in the real estate game? Because I'm assuming that everybody that is on this call somewhat is interested in real estate, right? So, especially on the multifamily level, most people have no idea how to go and even acquire an apartment building. When we drive by, big apartment buildings, we're like, someday, or maybe never, because we never figure out how we're ever going to afford that, right? But it's easier than you think. And a lot of people are now able to do it and access it because there's a lot of people teaching it. So the information that was once reserved for the super wealthy is now out to the rest of us. And we can now play in an arena that once upon a time was not for us because the education wasn't out there. Those super wealthy was like, here, take all the information and go do all your little single family homes. Go buy the little 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 units. And it's designed and they make it easy for us. It's great. I think all real estate is better than no real estate. Okay. Especially with what's coming out in the next couple of weeks that Fannie Mae is rolling out 5% down for small multifamilies. Awesome. I think this is a great place for people to start. Buy one of those, live in one, get some experience, some exposure in real estate. Just know the less units you have, the more work you have to do. Okay, it's the same amount of work, probably more, to run 4 separate single families than one 100 unit apartment building. And you have less room to make mistakes in the single families. Right now, mistakes obviously are probably at a smaller scale than when you're at 100 unit building, but with the 100 unit building, you got a lot more income coming in to buffer the mistakes that you can make. So this is why, you know, multifamily is regarded as one of the safest investments out there, because there's literally a formula in which you determine the valuation of each building. So a lot of times when you're looking at a deal, you look at the number, you start at the end. Okay, if the formula is this and I can increase the NOI, the net operating income, to a certain number, then the evaluation will be this. And if I roll it backwards, this is our business plan to increase the net operating income. Boom, 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 all the way back to here, investors. This is how much money you will return based on your investments. Right? So there's a clear path and a clear goal that people can see. Is a journey of money. Now, in other ventures, like let's say startups, it's not as easy because there's really no path. It's a prayer, almost like a prayer, like I hope that my money going in here will turn into something. Now, venture is great because there is no types of returns that is like a venture return when a company hits, when a company gets its stride and actually IPOs. I know somebody that invested $50,000 into Instacart and cashed out 11 million. That's not going to happen in real estate. Real estate is safe, steady, all the way to generational wealth. And one of the perspectives I like everyone to look at is if you can double your investments every 5 years, in 40-year period, your $100,000 turns to 26.5 million passively. So if you invested with, let's say, our fund or our deals or anyone else's that's doing a 2x in 5 years, that 100,000 invested, reinvesting the returns back into the deal, $26.5 million. That is also something you're not going to get by putting in any sort of hedge fund or IRAs, 401ks. None of those will return those. Okay, so they'll return 10% a year. However, every single percent fee that you have on those types of investments is about, I think Tony Robbins said, is about a quarter of your profits. So if you take 3% on the fees, which you will see a lot on these funds, that is 3/4 of your profits. This is why people retire thinking they're going to have $1 million, but they really only have like 200K. And if you have 200K in 40 years, you are not retiring. And this is actually precisely the reason why I began teaching real estate. I was able to go from negative. I failed miserably in our restaurant business. And some of you guys know the story, but I lost all the money. I lost my restaurant. I lost my house. I lost my car. I lost all of it. And then I moved to Florida with nothing, with $400,000 in debt, 400 credit score. But real estate, understanding real estate gave me the confidence to know I can get back out of it and I can get back in the game. So I hope that these calls are the beginning of that journey for you too, that you see wherever you are right now, there is something that you can achieve in real estate as long as you focus and you learn. You learn how the game is played, because once you learn how this game is played, it can never be taken away from you. Money and all of that could be, but what you learn and what you understand about this strategy and this game, it will never leave. And you will always have this confidence knowing that you can come back. Now, the way you come back is you also have to understand that real estate is a leverage game, is a game of leverage. You're leveraging the bank, you're leveraging lenders, you're leveraging other people's money. That is going to be your way to creating drastic wealth. Now, money, what is the point of money? Right? We have money. The point of money is to compress and save time for us. That is really the only thing for money. Money, it should save you time. That means if you pay for a course or a mentor or anything, that should save time and lessen the chances of you losing it. Right? When I opened my restaurants, I thought it was really cool. I'm going to be the man on campus. It's right in the center of Rutgers. No way I'm going to fail. The location is sick. I didn't even know how to run a restaurant. Never had it before. I was doing $1 million a year. With no mentor, nobody teaching me the ropes, I lost all of it. I didn't know I had to pay quarterly taxes. I didn't know I had to do any of these things. I just had so much cash in my pocket, I was blowing it. I didn't have money discipline either. Nobody taught me anything about that. So having a mentor, if I know if I knew what I know now and I opened the restaurant, I would have given 50% to somebody that could have saved me that headache. Now I appreciate and I have gratitude now for that experience of how down I felt. Like I hit like rock bottom there. You know, like my family was right about what I was doing, how risky all the things I did was just risky and irresponsible. They got to be right about that. My friends and family friends that I thought had my back didn't hang out anymore because I was in that place. Right? So all of those things happening, if we just had some mentorship, then it'd be great. If I even had calls like this, if there were calls like this about restaurants or real estate, I would have never probably even gotten into the game. I would have bought the building and leased out the restaurant to somebody else. But this wasn't here, right? And especially being free. So that's what I wanted to create in this community. This community has been growing. In the last year, 3,000 people have rolled through here. Sometimes there's 33 people on this call. Sometimes there's 70. We've hit 170 people on these calls before. But know this, there is no accidents why you're here today. Regardless if there's 5 people on this call, there's no accidents. Write down for yourself, have the mindset that you're here. There's a money worth moment. There's a time worth moment for you of why you're here. And if you listen from that place, you will find it. Okay, there's a person that you're supposed to meet. There is something that I'm going to share or somebody is going to share that you have to hear, that you're meant to hear. So that tomorrow you may do something different. That's going to move the needle for you. All right, so networking. The power of networking is today's conversation. It is never a money problem. It is always, I don't have the right person problem. Any problem that you can think of, let me be careful with that language right there. Any problem in real estate or financing that you can think of, it's probably a people person. I just need a person to be able to solve it. Give me the ideas. Right? I don't know if a problem in my relationship would be a person. Anyways, I digress. Anything that has to do with money and finances, somebody can solve it for you. So I'll give you guys an example. Okay. I don't know how to take down this warehouse that we're looking at first. But because I invited somebody onto my previous call and he shared about one strategy in which he used in single family, okay, it was very creative. I thought it was brilliant. And I'm like, I'm going to take this and go do a $10 million, a $13 million property with. Okay, he's talking about 170,000. I'm like, I'm going to do 13 million on this type of transaction. And I hope what I'm going to share right now, you may think, now I can probably do it. Okay, it requires no money of yours. So if you don't have capital, you're like, shit, I don't really know if I'm supposed to be in real estate, if it's my time right now. It is your time. The best day to do this and to learn was yesterday. But you're here now. So the strategy is, if you saw a property for sale, $190,000, and it's for sale by owner. What my buddy TJ told me was what he would do is he would go and offer $167,000 cash or $215,000 seller carries principal only payments. All right. Now, why is that? Why does this work? Okay. If he goes and buys this property with 165,000 cash, he would go and borrow this from hard money, some sort, right? He's got a plan for this $190,000 property. So he gets a $30,000 discount right off the bat. Yes, he's going to get 11% loan or something on it, but it didn't take any of his own money, right? Maybe he borrows a little bit more, do a little cosmetic thing, makes it look nicer, and then he sells it off to somebody else, or he wholesales it to someone else in the middle of that and makes $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. If anybody's played the game of cash flow, I recently played it while I was teaching a bunch of teens, right? It's so funny because all the mentors got bankrupt in the game. I won in our group, but in the game of cash flow, I was a janitor. I had no money coming in. It was hard for me. But there was one real estate move, and I waited for it. I got the real estate, and then the card came that was like, somebody's buying your real estate. I made $53,000. $53,000. From there, you can do so much leveraging up, right? And I'm not even going to use my money. In the game, you're using your own money, but what if I could use someone else's money to do it? What if I could raise the capital? And if you're thinking you can't raise capital, 50,000, 100,000, you're also wrong about that. Bridger Pennington, he's a fun guy. He has a great story. $50,000 Lamborghini that's for sale that he sees, and he knows that somebody is going to buy it that weekend for $250,000. If you knew you were going to make $200,000 over a weekend, how hard would it be for you to come up with that 50K? See, that is confidence right there. If he, with absolute certainty, knew that there was an exit for $250,000 on this car that he would buy for $50K, he doesn't need any of his own money. He just goes, hey, I'll give you double. You lend me $10,000, 5 people. You lend me $10,000. I'll give you $20,000 by Monday. Who's not going to do it? They may say, how are you going to do it? Oh, I got this Lamborghini 50K. It's checked out. We had the mechanic look at it. I have the end buyer right there for $250,000. You know, they're ready for it. They already signed the LOI or whatever it is for it. And I would make $200,000, and I'm going to give you guys double your money back. See, that's the confidence that you need to have in real estate. The way you get that confidence is you underwrite 1,000 deals. You underwrite 1,000 deals. You do this a couple times with a mentor, somebody that's got experience. Hey, you take it over. I'll find the deal for you. You help me do it. I'm just going to watch. That's one way to do it. Passively learning is actually really great. This is why we say in the multifamily space, like, invest first, learn that way, and then go and run a deal. Or you find a deal and be in the deal passively also. Real estate is a team game, so you guys want to start to shift your mindset from the I to the we. How do we do it? When we buy real estate, the goal, the thinking, the mindset that it takes is that I rather have 1% of $100 million than 100% of 1 million. It's the same money. It's same $1 million, right? But most of us get stuck on, I need more in a smaller deal. And then we can't think bigger. Okay, back to my example. I got sidetracked a little bit. $190,000 property, right? You buy $165K cash, you borrow the money, you make it work, or you tell the seller, look, this is the interest rates that I'm going to be paying if I buy your property. I'd rather pay it to you than to pay it to somebody else. I'll give you $215,000 on this property, right? You hold the loan for a year, 2 years, and I'll pay principal only, no interest. That's why I'm paying you more. I want you to get the money. For a seller that is going upside down on the property and just kind of doesn't want to run it anymore, that's a great deal. Right now, nothing comes out of my pocket. I put something in my pocket. He's got passive income. He's getting $25,000 more than what he wanted the property for, and probably more than what he would have sold it for. He's winning, and you're winning. By the time it's time for you to buy this property, you have already spruced it up. You made it all nice, and you did all your things to it. You rent it out. It's doing well, and you've already paid down, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 off of the sales price in that 2 years because you're paying principal only. Now you're buying this property from him at the time that you guys agreed upon for like $150K when it's worth like $300,000. During that purchase, you may actually get money in your pocket during the purchase. So that's a residential space. Recently, I asked my broker to find me a warehouse. I've been very inspired to throw events in my own space. Okay, I wanted some offices in the back. I want podcast rooms. I want cool people to hang out with me. I want a little think tank area where people can be in the office, and we can have a headquarters for Legends Equity Group. So my broker goes and shows me a 50,000 square foot warehouse. It's got 12,000 square feet of offices. It's 30 offices in the front and two massive warehouses. It's like 18,000 square feet and a 12,000 square feet. It's got loading docks. It's got roll-up doors. It's sick. When I went in there, I was like, whoa, I can do so much in here. What's the seller? What's the deal with the seller? Awesome. The best thing I could hear. The seller is an absent seller, owns a whole bunch of other real estate, skyscrapers, all that. This thing is a little blip on it. I find out he owes 7.7 million on this deal. You got to do your due diligence. You find it. His loan is a 15% interest loan because he had a cannabis grow op in there, and that's the loan that he can get on the building. 15% on 7.7 million is $1 million a year. This warehouse has been empty for 5 years. He's dishing out $1 million a year because it's nothing to him. So he bought it for 10.5. He wanted like 13.5, and he's like, I'll just let it go for 10.5. And I remember this as I walked through there. I remember this strategy that my friend told me about his $190,000 deal. So I asked the broker, I'm like, would the seller entertain seller finance? He's like, yeah, definitely. I'm like, okay. Well, here's what I'm thinking. You let the seller know and you let me know what I think. Seller, I will take over this property. There's renovation work that needs to be done, obviously. So I'll raise the money for the renovation work. Okay. He knows there's a lot of, maintenance that needs to happen. Roof, all the stuff. Delay my payment until my renovations is done. I'll pay principal only and I'll give you 11.5 million. That's $1 million more than what you're asking for. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to be renovating and I'm going to take LOIs for people that are going to come in and lease the space up. In the meantime, seller, you go get a refinance on this property on your own loan so that you're not paying 15% anymore. So now you're paying $500K. Okay, I'll pay you the $500K, $550 principal only on the property. 2 years, 3 years. By the time I'm going to buy this property, it's going to be $1 million or $2 million less than the 11.5. You guys all following? 9.5 is what I'll be paying for this. When this space is fully leased up, renovated, got income generating, all of that, it might be worth $19-20 million. It's sick locations right next to the Raiders Stadium. Okay, I thought the location was awesome. Just to buy the land itself would probably be more than how much I would pay for this building. That means when I go and buy this building from the bank, they're going to appraise it at 19-20 million. I go and put 20-30% down. I'm going to be getting a check for like $5 million. This is what's possible. I took an idea from a single family to a warehouse idea. What do you think happens when I take this idea and I pitch it to the biggest person I know? They're like, you need $2 million? I'll get you $2 million. How do I get involved in it? The dude's flying in the very next day. Right? So like, this is the confidence. When you find a deal like that and you put it together and you dress it up like this, who isn't going to come in for this deal? And not only that, because you learn, these are the things that you can learn in this space. Because I'm in big rooms. Okay. I'm in big rooms with big people. If I can take some of the things I learned there and share it here, there is so much value in it. But what I really want to happen in this room is that you believe that somewhere inside you that you can do it. That this is possible. What would $1 million look like for you in your life? What if you could participate in this deal? What if you were able to participate in a multifamily deal like this? What if you found something like this and you got $1 million in equity or $1 million in cash? I think everybody would be ecstatic. Your life will drastically change the way, well, maybe the investment will change the way you invest. We'll see. People without, money discipline is a whole nother topic. Right? I think there's a statistic that says 45% of the people that win lottery over $5 million become more broke after 3 or 4 years. Right? And they actually wish they didn't win because now the type of debt they have is really big. And it's, it really messes with people's heads. So, we got to start to develop these types of discipline and mentality early on. So networking, this is me networking outwards all the time. I'm always networking with people that got more that are bigger. And I'm also networking with people that want to do this too, have a willingness to be involved in the game so that I can have more people to work with. I do another call, that's the underwriting call on Thursdays. I want everybody to be able to underwrite and bring great deals. Okay. So far, what we've done is we go from Monday night rookie roundtable to Thursday underwriting to Saturday pitch the deal. Now that somewhere in between, people are not doing the work. I'm offering all these things for free. Somewhere along the line, people are not doing work. That means either they don't have enough skin in the game, or the courage or the belief in yourself is not there. So we do offer a paid membership thing in the middle on Tuesdays. Okay. If you pay $30,000, you will probably bust your ass to try to make that back. Okay. So I do believe that. Okay. I made every time I paid for a mentorship, I made huge strides. All right. This is not to say everybody needs to be in a mentorship or whatever, because there's tons of free information out there. But what's going to make you move? That's going to be something that you're going to have to think about for yourself. What's going to make you move? What do you need to put on the line in order for you to do something? And not wait till tomorrow, to the next time. Oh, I'm going to wait for the next free call that Alex is doing and still not ask my question that I have, or maybe forgot the question I had. All right. So I want to share a vision of what I'm doing here in Vegas and how people can be a part of it. A lot of people have been asking me, how do I be a part of what you're doing? I don't want the homework of figuring out what your talents and skills are. Okay. I got enough going on in my life to have to figure out how you can offer value to me. But I will share my vision and I will share different ways to be involved. And then you figure out how you're going to plug in. Okay. So the vision right now, step one, we're going to start to take over Tony Hsieh's assets in Las Vegas. Okay. Las Vegas market, I believe, is one of the best markets that you can possibly be in the entire country. Number one in migration. Most people are moving here. There's 100 people from California moving into Vegas every day. Every day. Okay, that's at least something that I read. I don't know. I can't verify. I don't know how to verify it, but that's what I'm told, and I see a lot of new people here in Vegas for sure. Especially in the tech venture side. I'm very big in that community. Every time we throw an event, 100, 300 people show up. And a lot of them are from California that moved to Vegas, or they're in California ready to move to Vegas. Okay. So we're creating a fund. Okay. We're starting a fund for it. It's going to be $100 million fund. One of the ways is to become a part of our mastermind membership. Okay. What that's going to get you is the education and the vision of what we're doing. We're going to be talking about that. You're going to be a part of this group, how to do the deals, how we're looking at the deals, and how you're going to learn to capital raise, all of that. Okay. And a part of that tuition will also be a fund of funds that's going to be set up for you. That means you will start to operate your own fund and you can invest into our main fund. Okay. So you're going to get hands-on experience without having to actually run the deal. My goal is to have 100 people create fund of funds in our mastermind. Everybody raise $1 million, $100 million. I can do that, or I can go to my family office people and bring that in. But I don't really want institutional level people to win right now. I think there's a very, very unique opportunity with inside what we're doing in Vegas and what Tony Hsieh really stood for. Okay, the whole delivering happiness, delivering wow, the taking care of communities and building the communities and operating from a set core principle that takes care of people, that makes a positive impact in communities and the way that people do business. It's so important for me. That's my vision. That's level one. That's what we're doing as the first fund. Second, we're going to have a debt fund. The same thing's going to happen. We're going to take in more people that are going to be a part of the membership, the mastermind, part of my elite council that is going to create fund of funds investing into our debt fund. So we're going to have a real estate fund, a debt fund, and we're also going to have a venture fund at some point. I'm laying out the path right now. You figure out how you want to be involved. Okay. And by then, we'll have 3 huge funds going. My goal is to become a managing partner, CEO of a $100 billion fund. Because as I operate from that place, Blackstone, BlackRock, every single institution will have to pay attention to the way that we're growing and the way we invest. And one of my visions is that there will be no more world hunger, that people won't be living in poverty in the world globally, that we do something in a certain way that can create win-wins and create profit for the company. And from that space, maybe they'll start to operate. The rest of the institutions in our government may start to operate from a place that is like, oh, we can actually make good money by doing good things for the community. That if we made a positive impact, we can actually give better returns. That is totally possible. Abundance in this world is real. I've experienced it personally. I know a lot of people really want to believe in this concept, but I want to make it a reality. I want to make a fund that can prove that abundance is true and that we can take care of our communities and the tenants that we have from all these buildings because they're our customers. One of the things that I learned from the biggest operators out here in the country right now is don't go and meet your tenants. Don't get to know your tenants. Right? And a lot of focus is how fast can we evict them? Don't listen to their stories. You can't do one good thing for somebody. You can't make an exception because then everybody's going to come. That's all that bullshit scarcity thought that I will not stand for. And that's the vision, right? So this is the vision. It's big. You guys will start to see this manifesting throughout the years, and these calls are going to get much bigger. The followings will be bigger, and it's going to happen. Okay. Every time I share this vision, somebody comes up to me, big people, the vice president of the Players Association of the NFL. When he heard my vision at the last conference I was speaking at, he's like, dude, whatever I can do to help you make it happen. I have all the connections in Las Vegas. Jeffrey Hazlett, big guy. Dude, I'm meant to be at this conference to meet you. Okay. People are attracted, like doing the right thing and creating win-wins and having abundance and all this. This is it's going to be the new sexy. And everyone's going to get along. Everyone's going to come along and do it the right way. All right. So that's my big spiel about what I'm doing and what we're creating. We are going to be opening interviews for these types of roles. Even if you're like, oh my God, I have no idea how I can afford it or create it. If you're interested in being a part of that vision and how we can make it happen, November 8th will be the day that we're going to start the interview process. I'm going to find the right teammates. Okay. I have amazing people that got my back that's up here. I'm looking for everybody else that's going to be playing, at the front lines with me. Okay. Got a lot of guys that don't want to be involved in the front lines. They want to be board of advisors and whatever they're doing. They got the resources, they got the people, they got the money, they got all this stuff. And as I'm trying to set up these funds, I'm like, dude, I can't even help people that are not accredited. How do I do that? So this is the way to do it. If you're not accredited and you can still create a fund that can invest into this fund, that's amazing. But you're going to need the education and all of it behind it. I promise you, you're not just going to start a blind fund and just try to figure it out. So, okay, let's see. There's a lot of things that are written in the chat. So again, this is back to networking, right? We're all here. We're networking. We're listening to the same conversation. I hope everybody's heard the vision. And so when we do a breakout room, I want you guys to discuss also, hey, what is it that I need? What is it that I'm doing? And what do I think about this vision. I want you guys to share with each other too. How do you think you can participate? Because there are many people in this group that are already Legends members that see how we operate and hold this vision with me. And there's a lot of you guys that join this call every single week also that are not part of the mastermind, but I know you want to be. Okay, so there's a lot of this conversation that's going to happen. And as we build into this big vision, I'm going to need people around me that are serious and that are committed. All right. So, Nagar, go ahead. Hey, welcome.
Hi. Hi, Alex.
Hi. I love
Quick
seeing
que
you all the time. Your
Thank
picture.
you so much. Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, quick question. About the seller finance
Mm-hmm.
deal. So you said 2 years. So does that mean that you asked the seller to hold the what's it called? The
The
deed
loan, the
or
debt. Yeah.
the loan, the debt, and then
Mm-hmm.
you hold the deed for 2 years, and then you have the opportunity to buy the place. I've always wondered about that because I've heard
Yeah.
it so many times. Then after 2 years, if he agrees, then you have the chance to buy the place. So
Yeah.
until then, you don't own it.
You have a contract to purchase. So, like,
Mhm.
even right now, we have a deal, we have a 300 unit storage deal that is on seller finance.
Mhm.
It is technically transferred over. The name is kind of in our thing, but that's a different way that we did it. But we haven't fulfilled the loan. He's carrying the loan for the rest of the amount right now.
Right.
So we
So
owe
it's
him.
not
We pay him
yours.
loan. We pay him a
Right.
interest every month.
Got it. Got it. But you don't own it until the the time comes,
No,
right?
we
Until
we
like
actually for this one specific, we do own it, but we do have a contract for a certain price. It doesn't matter if this price becomes if the value of the property becomes $19 million, our contract still states that we owe 11.5, and this is all principal payments that we've made. So we're knocking that 11.5 down every single month that we pay. And yeah, I mean, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, 5 years, it could be less.
but you
Right? It's
own
up
it.
to
But
you.
but in the previous example about that 190,000 house, I guess you
Mm-hmm.
said that you told for example, I think you were bringing up an example. You told the seller that you would hold it, he would hold it for 2 years for you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you own it, right? So in that
Yeah.
example, you don't. So in other words, it could be designed however you want, right?
Yes, but you have a contract of a purchase price that it doesn't matter if it's 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road, that price is still the price.
Still, the price doesn't change
Doesn't change.
until you own it, whether it's the same time or 2 years from then.
Until there's a balloon payment that you have to make, which you also agree upon with
Mm,
them.
a balloon payment. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I like the question, and I like to see that there's some people's. I see the gears churning a little bit. It's a
Mm-hmm.
good thing. Good question.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm, thank you,
I'll lower my hand now. There you go.
Haley.
Hey Alex,
Hi.
thank you so much for doing this. This is my first time and I'm absolutely looking forward to Thursday now.
Oh, welcome, welcome.
I have a quick question about the fun to fun. Like
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I struggle with is what can I offer to help? Like I don't even know my own strengths. And many people are like, "Hey, you've been doing this for a minute. You can help." But I really don't know. And so I was just wondering, like, what exactly is the fund to fund? How does it benefit me too?
Mm-hmm.
And like, what does that look like?
Yeah, so a fund to fund is somebody that is you're going to be a manager, or you're going to bring somebody with you that's going to be a manager, right? And all you have to do is you need to know the investment thesis, so you understand what it is that we're investing into, real estate, blah blah blah, all this. It'll be in connection to our main fund. So really everything that we pitch, you can just take and also pitch. So you're going to practice capital raising is really what the big thing about the fund to fund is. You're going to practice capital raising, and then you're also going to practice investor relations. You're going to be the investor relations for your investors. Right? So you can start to build your name off of the back of me and my partners that have track records. So now you got somebody that you can leverage off of. Because if you were to go raise capital and you have no experience and you have no property, nobody's going to invest with you. Right? But if you got this, you're like, hey, this is what we're doing. And if people are interested, hey, these are the ways. the docs, right? Everything we do for you to make it easy for you to raise capital. And you need to be a part of our weekly calls because you're going to have questions and things will come up. You will come up against things that are like, oh my God, a million people said no to me and I feel like I'm a failure. But you're going to need that. Like, we're going to dust you off and put you back out on the field. Right. And we're going to answer the questions that you may have. And if you can manage a fund like that, which requires you to not even operate or run or do any of the deals, that's going to help you. You're going to learn a lot. Okay. You will learn more in that than you will doing anything else. Any mastermind, any course that you take will not even come close to that. All right. So we can talk about that offline. Actually, you know what? There's only 36 people in here. I'm going to actually put my one-on-one calendar. So if you guys can schedule it after Friday, okay, so please don't schedule it before Friday. I got a lot going on. If you can schedule it after Friday, Nick, that's my link, right, to my calendar.
Yep, you got it.
Okay. And also don't share this with a whole bunch of people. This is just for you guys that are on this call to set up this call with me. And we can talk a little bit about what your skills are, you know, if this is a good fit, if this is what you want to be doing and all of that. Okay. Cool. Thanks. Welcome. And how did you end up here, Haley?
I think I stumbled across a Meetup and
cool.
looked for just more real estate stuff. So I'm already in a program.
Nice.
That I paid a nice penny for.
Yes.
And I'm just encouraged to look at everything I can. So I'm like,
welcome. So are you in Vegas?
I'm in LA, but I'm in Vegas every other week for work. So,
you found on the Meetup, we have the Meetup posted for Vegas and you found it.
You know what? Because I'm in Vegas every other week. So I look out there too. And a lot of times I don't even know what I'm attending. So
okay, cool. I love it. Thank you for sharing that because that actually shows that this Meetup thing actually works. We just started testing it out. Giovanna, well done, girl. Yeah, so let's see. Anybody here from Vegas? Okay, Steve, go ahead, bro. You gotta unmute though.
Yeah, this is my second time connecting. My computer would not do it, so I'm on my phone, and I was trying to find something to plug into. But first of all, what is a balloon payment? And second of all, if a guy like me who has not been in it, right, what could a guy like me say offer to, I guess, raise this capital for the funds or whatever, yeah.
Well, so first, how much you understand about real estate investing and all that? I know you've heard some stuff that I've done and we've talked a little bit, but in terms of like just real estate, like, are you even able to speak to somebody about investing or?
Probably not. Yeah.
Okay. So there are people that are around you that I know that understand real estate, right? That can participate with you. See, this is a team game. Even your fund that you're creating, it could be a group of people coming together to do this. So I would say for you, as you're discovering your skills, because time, see, the one thing that we all have really is we all have time, and time is the most valuable commodity. That means if you can figure out where you can save somebody else time, you provide value. All right. I don't know what skills you got that can be added to this, but you got time that you can put in. All right. And a lot of people say, oh, I got a 9-to-5 job and I got all that. Well, dude, so did every single other person that wanted to start anything. Right. You work on your time off, you work on the weekends, whatever you got to do to make this happen. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. So we'll talk a little bit more
balloon
about
payment.
That. Oh, balloon payment. So balloon payment is like at the end of the period, there's one big payment that you got to pay off. Okay. So like, you know, if you're getting a 10-year, a 3-year loan, let's say, and you paid off whatever small amounts on the third year, when that time is up, you have a balloon payment to pay off the rest of it.
Oh, like just to pay off whatever the balance is.
Whatever the balance is, that balloon, it's a balloon.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And the last question, is it left as soon as I started saying, and the last question is, dang it.
All good, all good. Eric, what's up, bro? I see you. I see you. What's up, man?
What's up, Alex? How we doing?
Good, good. Dude, you're in this space. You're in Vegas. Tell me what you think about Vegas and about this vision.
Oh, I love your vision, man. I know because we met about that. Because currently, right now, I'm lending out about $1 million. I'm getting 20% on that a month, paid out
Dang.
annually. So that's my monthly check for active income. We have a couple other investments, but the biggest thing about that is not the money itself. It's be able to give back to people. Um, right now, we serve here in the community. We just help donate towards building homes in Mexico over the weekend. I couldn't go because me and my family were sick, but we helped to sponsor people, build a couple homes, as well as we work here in the community in Las Vegas itself every Wednesday. We serve at Casa de Luz here locally, so we really believe in giving back. You know what I mean? That's the whole point about being able to do this. So something we really love and enjoy. And when it comes to single family, that's my area of expertise. So if it's subject to seller finance, wholesaling, whatever.
All the creative ways. You got them right here. And this is why I like you so much, man. The first time we met, we started talking about how we can give back. Right. And this is actually what I wanted to get to for networking. All right. The first couple sentences that come out of your mouth when you meet somebody is going to determine what they see you as. Right? Like if you run up to somebody, you go, oh my God, can't take a picture with you. You're gonna be a fan. Right? You're gonna be a fan. You run up to The Rock and you do that, you can just be a fan. But if you're like, oh, I work in this industry and all this, and I go up to The Rock, hey man, I got this stuff going on here, and would love for you to take a look at this script and whatever. Now at least you're in the industry, right? You're not just a fan. You got potential, right, of partnership, so something like that. And then if you're, I don't know who The Rock would even look up to. Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift is big. Maybe The Rock is like Taylor Swift. Right. So like the way you approach somebody and what conversation you have is going to be huge. I don't really, when I go and talk, they brought me to speak about real estate. I talked about mindset and mental health of capital raising. Okay. I ended up talking about that. And I'm at a venture place. They want me to talk about real estate. I ended up talking about that. It became the hottest topic, the hottest session that they had. They brought me on to like 4 other panels. Okay. And every panel, I don't think I talked about real estate once. But I'm the real estate guy that was there. And everybody's asking me about real estate, but I didn't even say anything about real estate. So it's really important for every single person to understand why you want to get into this game and go a couple layers in so that you really know why you're doing it. And when you have a conversation with somebody, but me and Eric met, we started talking about like God and giving back to the community. And then we talked about real estate. And we've been trying to hook up and do something together like since we met. And I'm a huge fan. So this is how you hey, actually that caught on when I went to a different event. Everybody was calling me the Real Estate Hulk. So I bought the domain name realestatehulk.com. But that might be a marketing thing later. We'll see what happens with it. Shit. Now I just lost my train of thought. Oh, when you meet somebody, right? Like having these like deeper things in which you are doing something that matters, and if you meet somebody, like knowing that, right? When people know that this is what I'm talking about, this is a conversation. When the first thing people come up to me and they start talking about real estate and about this deal that they got, that deal, I'm not really that like super interested in the conversation. Right. So you got to just kind of do a little bit of homework on somebody. If you're going to meet someone that's like bigger, what matters to them? So networking is huge. And it's the level of conversation that you will have with somebody. How do you go deeper? Right. There's layers in which you talk about sports, which doesn't really go anywhere either. I mean, it's like, oh, cool. He's a Giants fan, he's a Cowboys fan, whatever. You talk about the weather. You got to add something that is of some substance that they will remember you. And, networking is going to be that. And every time that you have an opportunity to like speak up, show up, do it. Like if you're on these calls, I mean, I always say this, I'm like, the easiest thing to show up is just to to be here, one, but two, if you have your camera on, facial expressions, people go, oh, this guy looks interesting. Right? Like immediately, Haley, like you being here, if you had your camera off versus having your camera on, it makes a massive difference in how I perceive you also. Right? Like I'm looking at your video as I'm speaking. I'm like, oh, cool. She's shaking her head, she's nodding, and I'm like, I'm saying something cool. Right? And people smile. I'm like, oh yeah, I like this person. Right. So that's the first thing. Like you get the first image of just seeing somebody's face, smiling a lot is good. Right. I mean, the guard's got her picture up, but she's smiling all the time on that picture. So I'm looking at that too. So don't just have your name, at least have a picture and then be live and then ask questions. Raise your hand. All right, go ahead, Fraser.
I was just going to say, Steve, if you want, I've messaged you my number. It's also in the other information. Call me and I can try and help you as much as I can with any information that you're lacking in, bud. No problem.
There you go. I know you two recently met and you guys are like brothers. So come together and do it. Come together and use leverage Fraser's real estate experience and all of that. Real estate is a game of leverage. Okay. And it's not a bad thing to leverage someone else. Because as you're leveraging them, you got to figure out how somebody can leverage you, what value you're going to bring. All right.
I remembered my question if it's not too late.
No, you're good.
The way that deal is set up with the warehouse, because I clearly haven't been on all these calls, but it sounds similar to what I was looking at with lease option to buy, except that in this scenario, it's not an option to buy, it's an agreement to buy, and you're not paying the principal, right? Or is it?
It's like the same thing. Option. Oh, well, option, and you want to just have a set number in place of when you're going to buy something.
Right. So that
how
way,
much is it? When am I going to buy?
Yeah.
And then what happens to my rent? So if you're talking about lease to own, like how much is the lease? How much of the lease is going towards the principal of it? The more principal you can get out of it, the better. Okay. So yeah. We can talk more about lease to owns, but also like I know a lot of people love single family and all that. It's so much work for like nothing. Okay. It's really so much work for nothing. Eric, you can do it all day, but you already graduating. You graduated.
I just got out of single family. Like you need to move up. Like it's a great high paying job, but you actually have to be an investor. There's a difference between a high paid worker because like you could get that commission 1099 check every time I get like, on the wholesale side, we do probate and things like that. I make a lot on those things, but then you don't get the residual, you don't get the passive, you don't get the bonuses. Like you make sidecar deals and things like that. Those are the things that I'm chasing at now. So yeah, get out of single family, make your money where it's at, and move on.
Dude, there's a reason why every single person that has done single family and actually graduated into multifamily are like, dude, why was I ever in single family for that long? Right. So I hope that on this call, you start to think bigger. One of my goals, like I say this to some of the people that are around me closer. I'm like, every single time I talk to somebody or they interact with me, my entire intention is that they are able to think bigger into a new possibility because we had this interaction. That somehow you believe, wow, this is possible for me. If I just done this, or if I can be around this person a little more, or use this strategy a little more, now that's possible for me. Okay, I know a lot of people around me that have actually just gone out and done really amazing things. And I'm always sharing for people to do things bigger, right? Like JJ earlier, 17 years old or 16. How old are you, JJ? 17, 18? What are you? Still muted.
I am 17.
Okay, so JJ 17. He's looking to acquire a business. He's looking at this pottery business. I'm like, dude, buying a business, if you're going to acquire a business, right, there's some things to think about. Are you going to start to operate it? Or are you going to be an owner? When you're buying a business, you buy something that's already in place, somebody that's already running it. And the only thing you have to do is figure out how to expand the business. And then you go buy another and another and another, and you streamline all of those businesses. Like if I was to go and buy businesses, I would probably start with a plumbing business. I would buy like 20 of them. and put them all together. And then I would package them into one system with one marketing strategy and all of that, call center, whatever. Then I take it and I go to a private equity, some kind of fund, and be like, hey, here, pay me double what I paid for this and take it. They're looking for that. There's plenty of funds and private equity looking for businesses, but they want them put together. Go buy gyms, go buy 4 or 5 gyms, put them together, put it under one house, one system, sell it to an equity fund. I heard somebody doing it with funeral homes. They go and buy funeral homes, 5 or 6 funeral homes for like $8 million. And then they sell it to this fund that's looking for funeral homes. $12 million, made $6 million right there. And didn't come up with any of his own money. See, this is just like everything is just creative. If you can think that it never requires your own money, then allow yourself to think bigger and bigger and bigger. What would you buy? What type of investments would you make if you just had an endless cash pool? That way you don't limit yourself. Like, what gets in the way is the number that is in our bank account and the paycheck that we're going to get. That number gets in the way of your ability to think bigger. Like right now, I have all my money tied up in this one deal, and my wife's freaking out all the time because she's like, oh my God. I'm like, whatever. She's like, well, why are you going to go do another deal right now? I'm like, because it's not going to be my money this time. I'm going to use someone else's. Right? I wanted more share, more percentage things in this deal, and I just shoved it all in here. And it's a little riskier than what I want to put my investors into right now. So I'm gonna float it. And now I'm in there, and we're hopefully closing tomorrow or in the next couple days. This has been almost a year process on a tiny deal. But because of this deal, I've met so many freaking amazing people. Because I was up against the wall so many times and I was looking for solutions. I was not looking for money. I was looking for somebody to help me with a solution. And because I was searching for that, it helped me get clear on what I wanted to do in this fund. I needed to go through that. There were moments, this is the talk that I did was so great because it was on the mental health of capital raising. There was a point where I was laying in my kitchen floor on the ground. I was like, the deal's done. We're losing our money in there. Our investors, some of our investors are losing their money in there. And I've never lost anybody money. And now I'm about to do it. And I'm just laying down on the ground, just gave up. And my wife's like trying to like encourage me. There's nothing you can do. And then I get back on it and I look for help, look for all that, and I find it. And then we get this cool extension and all this stuff. And now we're still going and we're going to get to the final table. I'm 100% sure. And it's just one of the greatest stories that I will have. So I hope that you guys can get into deals, get involved, and everyone that is involved in this deal, okay, that, some of you guys have invested into what I'm doing. Like you're going through it too. Trust me, right? You guys get the investor calls every single week. You're going through all of that. Everyone in my mastermind is learning through that. This is experiential learning. Experiential learning is a million miles from theory and concept. Theory and concept will only take you so far. It will take you probably 5-10% of the way into the game. Like you actually betting on yourself, doubling down, believing in what you're doing and the place that you're at, that is the rest of the percentage. So, okay, that is. Anybody have any questions, any thoughts, anything about networking? Share your own experiences. And then we're going to let you guys break out into rooms and we'll do like 2 10-minute sessions where you guys can chat with each other, and probably not the best time to leave because you're going to meet somebody that's really great. So I hope you guys stay. But yeah, anyone want to share any thoughts, anything that's coming, that's in your head right now? Trust that it's meant to be in this space. Anastasia, hey. So good to see you. It's been a while. The mute button is tough. There you go.
There we go. Yes, it has been a while. Well, yeah, I've been absent because I've been involved in the city's like free business classes and it's on this date. And then so I was like, okay, I need to figure out how I can like attend both. So it's been on mute here, but they have replays. So, but yeah, what's been on my mind is I've been wanting to change my environment so I can focus more on really growing. And I've found this platform, Furnish Finder, um, which I've noticed that like when I'm talking to like landlords, you know, a lot of them are like travel nurses that they're they have properties, but they're not staying in their properties, but they rent out the rooms, which I thought was interesting. And just learning about their journeys, I'm like, oh my God, I could actually work with these people. Like you, and I like how they're so transparent about like, you know, the experiences they're having. And um, I feel like authentically I'm able to build relationships with these people and that they trust me, but I wouldn't know how I could translate that into like not just a relationship, but like a partnership or business, you know, kind of like how do you do that organically or authentically for somebody who's like just starting out?
Well, look, you guys are just starting out, but you're in a room of people. There's some experts in this room. You know, there's people that have done things. If you go and meet somebody else and your sole thing is, oh, I think Alex or I think Eric can actually help this person out. Eric's loaning out $1 million. He's got some cash. Maybe he wants to participate in some really great opportunity here. I see your opportunity. Your operations is amazing. But if you just had some cash injections, maybe you can do 10 times, 10x. Let me connect you to Alex. Let me connect you to Eric. Right. So that now you're a connector. That's the most powerful way to be in the space as a networker.
Like they don't have the time, but they have like the funds or they have the property, but you know, it's
Connect the
like
people. Yeah. Because somebody
like,
here's got the time and don't have the money. Oh my God, I know the perfect person. He is so in integrity. He is awesome. He doesn't have the funds, but he's got the time and he wants to be in this space. You want me to make the introduction? Right?
Okay.
Now both sides have when they connect, they have you as the common denominator, which builds the trust for them automatically. And you get more credibility as both sides are, create a good relationship. Now, of course, now you have to be good at, the relationship side, because if you're making referrals, now you're putting your name on the line. But every one of us is always building our reputation. Okay, so it's very, very important. Like, I don't just bring anybody onto these calls as a guest speaker, right? If I don't align with their values or their principles, if they said something that was completely out of line that I felt, I would not bring them onto this call. Right. So if I saw them on social media make a very absurd thing on their stories, I'm like, this person's not in alignment to who I want to bring into my community. But the people that have come into this community, I strongly vouch for. I've developed a relationship already first. I've done real estate and money transaction type of stuff first. And some of these people are my longtime friends. And I've brought some really, really amazing people onto this call. I think over 30 plus people that have just been fantastic. And they're still a big part of my life. All of them. Okay. So yeah, just be a great connector and think, when you're listening to somebody talk, think about what's a possibility for them and how can I add value by using and leveraging my network. Who do I introduce this person to? Right. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, what can I do for this person, but who can I connect this person to? See, that forces you to think deeper into the relationships you've built. Man, I talked to Alex and I have no idea what he does. We just met. I wish I knew what he does so I can connect him to somebody. Right. So that now the next time you talk to me, what are you looking for? Right. You're starting to, you want to dig deeper into the relationship. So that way you can actually connect someone. Right. Like if you meet somebody that's actually doing some give back charity work, things like that, and you're like, oh man, I remember this guy Eric on Alex's call that was, that had this. This is what he's doing. Let me connect them.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. So look, I mean, he just put it right there too. He's leading a Bible study right now. I think he leads like a Bible study session for Ryan Pineda's group. Now it's like, ooh, okay, Eric, why didn't you share that before you left? Why did Alex have to share that for you? All right, so these are I want you guys to learn the power of networking. How do you get some of the most valuable information out, and then also how do you extract it out? Does that make sense? Like when you meet somebody, how do you extract the valuable information so that you get to know somebody on a deeper level? And then at the same time, how do I share what's important to me? How do I guide the conversation to that? All right. So, okay, go ahead, Max. And then we're gonna go into our breakouts.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that networking is probably one of the biggest things that you need, especially getting into entrepreneurship and business, because it will 100% allow you to get where you want to go. If you don't have those networks and relationships built, you'll just be going alone in this dark space and you won't be able to really get what you want. I mean, you could probably get there, but it'll take you so much more time, so much more effort when you could really lean on your network and the people that really want to help you, want to support you, and want to see you win. You could lean on them, and uh, it will help you grow for sure. And it's been such a difficult thing for me because I'm very shy, or I was very shy, but now I'm trying to get out of that, and I love it. I really enjoy it. So please, if you're thinking about sending a message, sending a text to someone, like do it. Do it not for yourself, but your future self. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thanks, Max. Well done. Well done. Good job. I've loved watching your like transformation too. I can see it. I see it every time that you take the risk and you step up and you have courage to share. Like this, it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's inspiring. So keep doing it, and I'll put you in positions and in places in which I'm gonna make you real uncomfortable, that your butt will be puckered all the time.
That's my mission. That's my mission, and my vision for myself is to be a public speaker and impact people's lives. So that's where I'm at, and I want all of you guys on this call to keep me accountable to that, because I know there's going to be some times when I'm just down in the dumps, and I know that one message that someone's going to send to me and be like, "Hey, thank you for everything you've done." So
if this call happened before the event in LA, I would have dragged you up onto the stage.
I would have been I don't even know what happened. Would have happened. It would have been bad for sure.
Nah. You got this. You got this. All right. So cool. Everyone, I think this has been a really great call. The reason why some of these things even came out, I would say, looking at Haley, the way she just like, yep, I love what you're saying, and probably making me do this even better, giving me that strength and that energy. I'm like, oh man, Alex, what are you saying? It's so great. Good job. And but it's amazing to see some of you guys here and how long you guys been supporting. And then for anyone that is new, welcome. This is the Legends community, and check us out on legends.community. Oh, what? That didn't even create a link. Nick, help me out here. Legends.community is our community that has a lot of different offerings. We will start to have live conferences through the Legends U. And that's a place where people also get to oh, okay, you need the www dot. All right, great.
In the HTTPS.
Oh, okay. All right, thanks. I will put that next time. Yeah, great opportunity to step up and become a leader in the space. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to break you guys out into breakout rooms, probably rooms of 5 or 6. Don't abandon your room. Okay, there's going to be somebody in there that you should be talking with. what you're going to be saying is you're going to share a little bit about yourself. Also, one of the things I always love for everyone to share is what is your hidden power? Okay, what's your hidden talent? That's something nobody else really knows about. So come share one fun fact about yourself. And yeah, and then what did you take away from tonight? And then just let that go. Everyone's gonna get about 2 minutes to share, and trust the people that are supposed to be in your room. All right, Nick, break them out to rooms of 6.
Co-host.
Oh. There you go.
Don't abandon your rooms.
Rooms are open.
One go. My God. I'm just about done designing the whole website. Oh. The Legends vision page looks dope. That's like my favorite. You want to see this? Want to see this
Yes.
epic design I just made?
Mm-hmm.
But like really, I feel like it would be more efficient if we got it done. It's like I'm telling you, I could get it done in 3 days.
Giovanna, it's been forever since we've seen each other.
I know.
I went to Glamis this weekend and I had no service.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is.
It's like where people like ATV, like Can-Ams, Razors, and they go in the dunes. And
Oh, wow. Look at you.
I know it's because this year I told myself my word was yes. So I was saying yes to all these experiences. Hence why that's how I actually got connected with you guys, because I was like, yeah, let's just check it out, like just saying yes to everything. So I got invited, and at first I was like, but I said yes, and it was fun. It was really fun.
Good. Awesome. Love it. So the vision is unfolding. It's happening.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
When do you want me to start doing those boxes?
Let's do it ASAP.
Okay. And then
Hey Nick, let's put Kalina into a room too.
Yeah.
Okay. Kalina.
Okay,
room
thank you.
5. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, room 5 is really Rohan is with one other person. All right now. Dude, everyone joined every room except room 5.
Hmm.
Been neglected.
Okay, show us what you got going here.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you see this? Do you see this text background?
Yeah.
That is like badass.
Right?
Look at Luis over here on the top right. He's so happy.
Oh yeah. Luis? Is that Luis? No,
Yeah.
that's not Luis. Oh.
Yeah.
That's not. Is it?
It's a different Luis.
Oh yeah. Asidevo or whatever, right?
No, that's another one.
Luis the Artiste? How many Luises are there?
Luis the Artiste is in the breakout room right now. This is
the one in the blue shirt?
Oh,
with the
that's Hector. That's Hector.
Yeah, that's Hector. I was like, wait.
That's Hector. Shout out.
I think my actual favorite, I cut him out of this because like it looked weird, but like Robert just like in the corner is the funniest.
Oh, Robert DiMaggio. Oh my God.
Just in the corner. He's just like not even paying attention to what's happening. It's so funny.
Oh man. You should like crop him and throw him up there, like on top and next to somewhere.
Okay.
Let me know which logo you guys want. Like 2 different logos, like probably a symbol and then like just something like a text, so then I can start playing with it on water bottles and stuff.
Yeah, use I have 2 fonts I'll send to you.
Okay.
What's up, Steve?
I think that's just his picture, Alex.
No, Steve's here. You gotta unmute, dude.
I got disconnected and I was just.
We're moving you to room 5.
Wait. Are you in room? Okay, perfect.
Put him to room 5.
Room 5 needs all the help it can get.
Go, Steve. Go.
Run, Forrest, run. Okay, so this is this video again about Legends Equity. We can write something else. I just copied and pasted what it was before. Here's the pillars finally making an appearance. I think we should definitely rewrite them, but at least the text is there. Some dope photos for Legends. Vision for Las Vegas again. This is gonna scroll and you can like highlight on them, but I just picked some like things I feel like are important in Legends: passive income, community, real estate, financial freedom, marketing. social media, multifamily, entrepreneurship, stuff like that. This is where the tribe will be. And then I just picked these stats for Legends. I feel like we probably could think of better ones. And also, I don't know if it's $109 million. I
Yeah,
don't know what
this is probably better.
I don't know what the value of the portfolio is. So I'm gonna need that.
Okay.
So 70 plus mastermind members, 109 million assets under management, 2,000 plus community members. Here change the 2%. And then this will scroll and this has all the different testimonials.
Nice, nice.
So that is the vision page for Legends Equity. I think you basically seen most of it. I made some like enhancements. This is going to be the pop-up for each person. So their bio, their social handlers, the picture, their name. So this will pop up if you click on any of them. I added a search bar and a filter bar. Here, this is the investor network thing they fill out.
Love the confidence you said.
Right? Great picture of Alex.
Like, why not?
I added like different filters for the news page. Yeah, why not? Just come on. And then here's a search bar and filters for the articles.
Okay, all right, let's make this live already.
Yeah, but this is in Figma, Alex. The thing is, it's easy when you look at this, but then you have to you have to design this for mobile too. Like, how does it look mobile friendly? Like, how does that shit work? Like, dude, look. This is Webflow. It looks so nice in Webflow, right?
Bro, but did you change that main picture to the one with sunglasses?
Oh yeah, you want that, right? Like, it looks good on desktop, right? And then when I hold on, wait, I can't do it. When I shrink it, it just gets all fucked up.
Oh, I see.
Like, looks good until it goes to phone. And that it's like figuring out how all this shit works. It's hurting my head.
You got this.
Well, you killed it so far. It looks great.
The design looks great. I'm good at designing, dude. Throw me in Figma, I could design anything. I just have to finish the mastermind page, but I want to get everything live first because
Yeah.
we kind of have a lot more stuff to do for the mastermind page, like writing exactly what we want, stuff like that. But at least this is every page of the website.
Okay, can you send this to me so I can add like content in there?
Yeah, Alex, it's on Figma.
I don't know what that is.
So go to figma.com and log in with your Alex Aline.
All right, fine.
Don't fuck it up. Actually, there's version history that you're fine. So if you go to figma.com and you log in, then you'll go to get to this. And you'll see the
shit,
one.
I got a bunch of new appointments.
I know, I saw, right?
Stop. Oh.
And then you see right here is the Legends Equity website. And when you open that, this is all of the stuff for the website. You can change any of the text by just double clicking in a lot of times until you can start writing, stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
You can make comments too. Yeah, you can do this and add comments on change. Okay, now I'm just want to disappear. Then we can have all the events on here. It'll be super easy. People register and stuff. Gonna look great.
Mm.
We have a new team coming on our call.
What?
Rohan's, right?
Oh yeah.
He was in a breakout room with one other person, 5 until and more people in there. So any suggestions, feedback about the website?
No, I like it.
Alex,
Yeah.
that was the episode. Thing you'd like to add, thing you'd like to change. I think it turned out pretty good.
It did. One sec, I have to make a phone call.
Oh. Yeah, I should make the testimonial backgrounds black.
And the word's white.
Yeah, like invert the colors. Okay, these ones are black.
Right. Okay, I'm on the swag thing, but I'm trying to see.
Swag bag.
Swag box. Let's go.
Swag bag.
Mm. I think they updated their stuff because oh, they have pop sockets. That's kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah. And they have a tile. Yeah.
Legends own tile.
Legend. Little branding on the side of it. We should do black or white. I guess we do black. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting these. Okay, let's just say realistically it is 25. I'm gonna like try to make my own box of things I think would look good in it and make sure it's under 100 or equal to 100. Oh, let's see, 25. How much longer are they in the breakout rooms? For 3 more minutes?
Yeah. We were gonna give them a little extra longer, I think. So like 3 minutes.
Okay. So if we did that and we did like a cool journal, let's just say that's 15. And then we want pens. Ooh, pens like.
Oh man, I'm talking over here and my mic was muted.
Alex, do you like the black or the white better for the testimonials?
Black. I don't know if I even like the yellow in the back.
Shit. Like that?
Make it. What if you made the yellow? No, actually no.
That'd be too much yellow. I actually kind of like that.
I like it. It looks pretty badass.
I like the dark black. I like the yellow background, and I like this gradient, this yellow gradient. Like, I've literally used it on the entire website.
All right. Well, that's good.
I'm looking
Hey, so I
at
also want to send a book along with the box.
the boxes, yeah.
So I just like order them separate and send it to them separate.
Ooh,
Let me see
that's
because
gonna
there's
be
a
hard.
section for books, but
What book do you want to send them?
I want to send them the Delivering Happiness with Tony Hsieh.
The
Also, you should read this book, Giovanna, or listen
I
to it
w-
on audio.
yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
I'm in my
Delivering
book
Happiness.
Delivering Happiness. Okay, I'm in my reading era. Between a cup, a pen, a journal, and a shirt, we're at $57. So that's not bad.
That's
That
not
means I
bad.
still
What about the socks?
the
Oh yeah,
socks.
Legend
Oh wait,
socks.
you guys don't want the hat? I was looking at hats.
We want both.
I want both. I mean, we're only at $57.
Dude, I'm gonna rock a
Okay.
Legend socks, dude. Oh my god.
Okay, a
We should
hat,
get Legends bracelets. I wear my Indian Hills bracelet all the time.
footwear. Let me look at these footwear.
Footwear.
All right, let's bring people back into the room too, Nick.
Okay.
Okay, that's so funny. Okay,
Well,
cool.
can we make a bracelet or a bracelet thing that has like writing on it?
Yeah. We definitely should do that.
You guys talking about like
I rock my bracelet here. I'll show you what I mean.
Little
Something like
wristband
that.
thing.
Yeah, like Alex's don't be a little bitch, but like this. Okay. Like that. And it's got like
okay,
birds
like
on it.
the wristbands. Okay, well I still gotta look at stickers too.
Yeah, stickers for sure. Nick, you need to design some stickers, bro.
I'll design. Hey, if you want me to, well, let me get the website done.
You guys want to send out Legends pickleball paddles?
Alex, I'm telling you, 200 bucks, I can get the website designed on Upwork. It would be a way more efficient use of our time.
All right, fine. $200. Go do it.
There you go. I found
Okay.
them. Your silicone wristbands. We can add them.
Okay, and we can custom make them.
And lanyards.
Ooh,
What is the
Nick-
Legends
Nick is
tagline?
obsessed with
Oh my
lanyards.
God, I love because like at all the conferences, I want to rock a Legends lanyard. Not,
Yeah.
and especially at grants, they don't even give you a lanyard. I'm not trying to clip that in my shirt. Give me a
When
Legends lanyard.
All right. Cool. So we're designing the Legends gift box. So
I didn't even
keep
stop
it.
the recording.
Okay, stop the recording.
Bye bye.